guys, and welcome to another edition of Rainbow Pagan. And I'm really happy I'm having some people follow the Irish Goddess more on this series. I love comments. I love to read them. I always respond. Anyhow, today we are doing Goddess Boann, she of the White Cow. Before we start, there was this song I found for her. It's the oldest song. It's one of the oldest songs, I should say. And it really is a tribute to Goddess Boann. Unfortunately, I probably won't be able to play the whole song, so just Google. It's called Irish River Dance. Since there was no song dedicated basically to Boann, I'm guessing that the Irish River Dance song makes sense since she is a very old goddess, and also she is, well, we're going to find out, known for being the goddess of a river. So it's perfect for her, and it is really excellent, and I love it. So anyhow, here's her titles, alternative names and spellings and symbols. Enjoy. And welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that song. I feel again that that song River Dance represents her really good. Again, she's an Irish goddess, in and that's a Celtic dance, so in Ireland. So, and she's goddess of rivers. So basically that really represents her. I found a website of her story. It has a really lot of information to it. I will link the description. Anyhow, I'm going to read a little bit of it. The most well-known legend of Boann says that there was a sacred well constructed, the source of knowledge. All were forbidden to approach this well, with the exception of god Nitin and his servants. Boann ignored this ban and approached the sacred well and lifted the cover, revealing the purity of the area. For her disobedience, she was punished. The waters of the well rose, transforming her into a raging river that pursued her. In some visions of the legend, she drowned, and others she obtained the waters. In either case, the water became the river, known from that time forth as the Boann, and Boann become the present dignity. Basically, that's a really good story. It's the most common story of her, but there are other stories below. As I said, there are many stories of the gods. There are many different determinations. I try my best to do the pronunciation of the goddess, and I also do my best in my research. I do a lot of research from different websites. As always, they're listed below. She is goddess of 6 things. She is goddess of healing, rivers, of course, water, fertility, bounty, knowledge, and her sacred animal is the white cow. Now, let's talk a little bit hear about Boann or my personal aspect of her. Goddess Boann, that we will figure out later on, has a lot of, is mentioned a lot in the Irish pantheon, being who her wife, who her husband and lover is. There's another, we'll get to that later, there's a little bit of friction there, and known for the two children that she had, which become very famous, and you'll know them right off when I say them. The white cow, a lot of religions represent the cow as sacred, especially India. And white cows are very sacred. She is a goddess. I hope you like that picture I got there of bounty. What I figure is that she's goddess of bounty, like capturing people. She's a very intelligent goddess because of the whale that she went after, which gave her the power to be goddess of knowledge. And transforming her into a river made her goddess of water and rivers, and the healing from that as well. So she was once mortal and became a goddess by breaking the god's law and finding the secret, you know. Some say she died right there, like the story says. Her sacred colors is green, blue, and aqua. Her secret element is water. Her sacred Sabbath is spring equinox. Her associated planet is the moon. Her representation is rivers. Her herbs and incense is hazelnut. Any kind. A tree, what's off of the tree. Now let's talk a little bit back here. It doesn't surprise me at all, her sacred color being green and blue and aqua, because those are the three colors you think of when you think of a river. Either a dark blue river, a light blue, or green in the sea. And her element being water, of course, river. Sacred Sabbath, spring equinox, is when the river rose the most beautiful, personally to me. Her sacred planet being the moon has to do a lot with the tide, so that's no surprise. And hazel tree or nut, you can use anything, the tree, the bark, in the rituals to it all. It would be really cool if you were able to access your altar and you have it in nature, and you would have like a little river running. That would be ideal for her if she is your sacred goddess. Her mother and father are unknown because she is a self-created goddess. Now that can be confidential since she was once mortal, which would hint that she would have parents, but because of the information being so old and ancient, her parents were most likely mortal, which it's very hard to find that information. It's probably lost in time, that a lot of old things are. So I put down self-created because she became a goddess from breaking the god's laws. Now, she was the lover, and she was basically the wife of god Netin. And her lover was god Degna, father of the gods. Now that story you can read more about, but basically god Netin, which was king of Pictish, Pictish, so, he's very popular in the Celtic religion and the Irish pantheon comes up a lot. And God Degna, Father of the Gods, was her level. Now, I could have that reversed. I'm not 100%. So if I do, I'm sorry. And she had divine children because of Dagna, or Netina. I think, yeah, because of God Dagna, she had 2 divine children. Goddess Bridget and God Engos, which were 2 very, very popular divines. Goddess Bridget is another favorite goddess of mine in the Celtic pantheon, and she's actually the next goddess we're going to be doing. Excuse me. Which will probably wind up being 2 parts because of all the information I have on her. And Goddess Angus, which we already done before in previous videos of the gods, was a very popular god in his right. So anyhow, this has been Goddess Boann, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation. And as always, may the gods and goddesses bless you all. Bye.